Money FM 89.3. Best of breakfast. The bigger picture, only on Money FM 89.3.
Good morning. Welcome to The Bigger Picture with me, Audrey Siek. And today we hone in on innovation in luxury and tourism. Sri Lanka is stepping boldly into the global luxury stage with the grand opening of City of Dreams Sri Lanka. This is a landmark partnership that launched just last month between Keells Holdings and Melco Resorts and Entertainment. With over $1.2 billion US poured into the project, City of Dreams promises not just a casino or hotel, but a full ecosystem of luxury hospitality, immersive entertainment, and expansive MICE facilities. Joining us to share more is Gihan Cooray, Deputy Chairperson of Keells Holdings. Gihan, welcome to the show. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Audrey. Thank you very much for having me on your show.
It's great to have you on. So let's start big picture now, Gihan. We often think of innovation as, technology, but it can also be in the business model or partnerships or just in how you spark excitement. So from your perspective, what role does innovation play in shaping the City of Dreams and luxury in Sri Lanka as a whole?
Well, innovation can come in many forms, Audrey, when you look at hospitality. So one aspect, if you look at the City of Dreams, Sri Lanka, is the sort of building itself, how iconic we wanted this to be the epicenter of Colombo in a sense. From the architecture itself, the cantilevered spaces we have that allow us to have what we call weddings in the sky. If you look at it from a more softer aspect of it, you look at the art, how we've integrated community into this project and the building itself. And end of the day, innovation in hospitality is also about how people connect. It's how cultures will blend and how you create memories. So it's about, how you look at bringing all these together and how you look at bringing a globally international standard experience with a unique Sri Lankan flavor to it, I think is part of the innovation of the entirety of the development and project.
So many ways to define innovation these days, and we want to hone in on Sri Lanka now. It has certainly gone through some significant challenges over the past few decades. In your opinion, how has Sri Lanka fared in terms of its recovery post-domestic financial crisis?
I think after what was almost a perfect storm where everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong, I think we've made remarkable progress and recovery. And for probably the first time in our history, we have a very strong foundation and platform where we could come out of the crisis, where the macroeconomic fundamentals have all lined up. So from the hyperinflationary environment we have single digit or actually negative inflation at the moment. But all the fundamentals are in place. The policymakers and government have done the right things over the last maybe 2-3 years, and therefore we have a platform for very strong, sustainable growth. We're not out of the woods. I think we do certainly need certain policy reforms to continue that momentum, but I think overall we have a fantastic platform where a lot of the reforms from the state-owned enterprises, which are now making money because we've taken away subsidies, a lot of the difficult decisions have already been taken and implemented over the last 2-3 years, and that has meant we have this very strong platform for growth. So we're very confident about the outlook for the overall prospects of the economy.
Yeah, Sri Lanka has come a long way in the past couple of decades. And alongside, the recovery and growth, there's also a global shift that we can't ignore now, and that is sustainability. And in hospitality, it's become a central theme for many places. So how have environmentally friendly technologies and responsible development been woven into the City of Dreams design and operations?
I think from a building itself, it has to be, the foundation from design itself. And if you look at it, the building, the systems are designed to be energy efficient, use of water is optimized using the latest technology. And whether it be, even in our operations from how we source the food to the design and so on has been looked at. But also the other aspect of sustainability is that we've paid a lot of attention to the social aspects as well. So the integration of the communities If you look at how art was curated for this building, it's working with a lot of local artists. And the building, apart from the hard elements, the softer elements integrate a lot of that art, and that's something unique where we're bringing that Sri Lankan flavor to the building. So I think there have been many angles to how we've looked at sustainability, and I think that's how we've approached it, and I think it seems to be having an impact.
Yeah, you spoke about the social aspects like community and culture, and your partner in this venture, Melco, has experience with integrated resorts in many places like Macau, Manila, and Cyprus. What lessons from these other markets have you applied to ensure that the City of Dreams Sri Lanka is uniquely suited to South Asia?
As you said, Audrey, each market is unique and different. But I think one common thread I think that the integrated resorts reflect is probably that it needs it's sort of like a local soul to succeed. And in Sri Lanka at City of Dreams, that's what we've done to sort of root a lot of aspects of our offering to the Sri Lankan heritage. So like I mentioned earlier, the art is all local. So we are showcasing a lot of local art, the history behind it and the story behind it. The service philosophy is Sri Lankan. The F&B, whilst it is elevated at a sort of international or global standard, it also brings in the regional and local element in terms of flavors and offering. So I think we've understood and tried to ensure that you balance. Obviously, you need the scale for an integrated resort of this nature, but where you have to essentially bring in the numbers in terms of international tourism flows, but at the same time you deliver authentic, intimate, sort of warm, hospitality that South Asia and Sri Lanka is known for. So I think it's that balance that will make City of Dreams Sri Lanka quite unique.
Yeah. So speaking of striking this balance, let's cast our eyes to the horizon now. So looking ahead, how do you see the luxury tourism and lifestyle sector evolving in South Asia? And what are the overall prospects for John Keells Group going forward?
I think if you look at how luxury has evolved, it's not about just the excesses and the offering alone. I think it's, again, the authenticity. It's about the storytelling, the connections, the immersive or transformative experiences. So luxury is now, it just goes beyond some of the earlier aspects that one might have looked at. So today travelers want to feel that sense of space. You want something at a global standard, but you want a unique local experience as well. So I think that's where Sri Lanka or South Asia is uniquely positioned, I think, to take advantage of that, given the culture, the heritage that we can showcase. And for Sri Lanka, I think it's also, we are a small island, but at the same time, we have such a unique offering. So you can be at a large integrated resort like the City of Dreams Sri Lanka, enjoying all the unique offerings, the casino to the conferencing facilities for a corporate traveler to everything else that's there, from the fantastic food and beverage offerings and everything that we have as unique spaces. But in 30 minutes, you could get on a flight and you could be playing a round of golf in a beautiful hill country, golf resort, which overlooks a lovely reservoir. Or in another 30 minutes, you could be in a wildlife park looking at leopards and elephants in the jungle.
Wow.
So I think that's how we could take advantage of what we have as an offering, given the diversity of the tourism offering in Sri Lanka, but also something very unique and local. So I think that's how Sri Lanka and John Keells can capitalize on this opportunity of luxury for South Asia.
All right. Well, blending world-class luxury with local identity and sustainable growth, it'll be interesting to see how things move forward in the City of Dreams. And you're making me want to head over to Sri Lanka, Gihan. So thank you so much for today's conversation.
Fantastic. I hope to welcome you in Sri Lanka soon, Audrey. Thank you so much.
Keep it here, Money FM 89.3.
Before acting on the information on Money FM, please consider if it's suitable for your own investment objectives, financial situation, and risk tolerance. To listen to more great interviews, download our podcasts at audio.sg or download the audio app. That's AWEDIO, audio at the App Store and Google Play.